Alright, hey guys, it's Gray's Princess here, and I didn't do an episode last week. And I would feel more bad about that, but I don't think anyone's actually watching yet, so I'm actually not that concerned. And the reason that is we were gone. We had a short family vacation for Memorial Weekend. We went to see a Cardinals game, and they lost, so that kind of sucked, but it was fun anyway. And yeah, I just didn't have time to do a video, but this week I'm here, and hopefully in the future I'll be here, so that's pretty awesome. And I might end up going over my normal time today because of this, because I haven't talked in 2 weeks and have lots of nerdy stuff to talk about. So yeah, there was no episode last week, and that was the first thing I was going to talk about. I have a cheat sheet, yep. I've been playing Skyward Sword again since I got home. That's pretty exciting. It's one of those games where I know what's gonna happen already because the internet, it's impossible on the internet to not have spoilers, and I personally don't care that much, depending on the situation. I'll do a video about that sometime, I promise. But, so I already know what all's gonna happen and stuff, and that's okay, but it's just exciting to get to go through it myself and see how it all plays out. And I am currently trying to beat Furore's Silent Realm, which sucks majorly. It is absolutely terrifying. I'm not good at video games, and I'm just freaking out. I'm gonna have to do that with a walkthrough, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I figured out this week that I actually am much calmer and much less prone to cheat, for one thing, when I have my cousins watching me. That was kind of fun. They're 8 and 6. And they wanted to watch me play video games. So that's what happened, and I didn't yell at the thing as much as I might have otherwise. So that was pretty awesome. Except for then, they watched me when I was trying to do a boss fight. It was, the Lanayru Mining Factory boss fight, and oh my gosh, that was awful. I don't know why I had so much trouble. I knew exactly what I was supposed to be doing without even cheating, and I just couldn't get that eyeball hit. And yeah, it was, when they were watching me, I did horrible, but then after they were gone, I played it and got it in the first try then, so go figure. But yeah, I'm really excited to get moving on with the story. And yeah, I have been watching a lot of Doctor Who lately. I've gotten to the 11th Doctor. That was kind of sad that I had to move on from David Tennant. He's still pretty awesome. But I really do like Matt Smith, I'm sorry. He is pretty awesome as the Doctor. I enjoy him. He's not my favorite, but that doesn't mean I don't like him. I really enjoy watching him. And I do like Amy and Rory. I feel bad for Rory, though. He gets the short end of the stick all the time. And he's only really been in 3 episodes, but, you know, I'm not very far. I just watched Amy's Choice, I think it was. Yeah. And, yeah, oh my gosh, Amy trying to seduce the Doctor, that was, like, the most hilarious thing ever. That's not something that's usually funny to me, but just for some reason, that was hilarious. I think it was the suspenders, and her trying to take them off and him putting them back on, and just suspenders are funny, I tell you. So that was very enjoyable. Legend of Korra, I am not, well, I'm caught up except for today's episode, so there's that. And it's kind of funny because last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago that is, was the one with Sato and everything, and finding out that he was with the Equalists, which me and my friend back at school have been saying since about the episode that they showed up, that, Sato had to be working for the Equalists, and we decided, like, the next episode that Asami didn't actually know about it, and it turned out we were right. Spoiler, sorry if you're watching this, I spoil things all the time. So that was pretty epic. And yeah. I haven't crocheted anything nerdy in a while, that kind of makes me sad. I'm doing stuff for swaps right now. I do, crochet and, well, I crochet for the swaps on Ravelry for different groups. I'm in a scarf swapping group, and then in a geek swap group, and I am currently almost finished with my scarf for my scarf swap group, and I'm going to start a geek swap hat that I'm going to send. anime themed this time, so that's kind of exciting. Let's see. Oh, I designed a pattern for an Afghan I'm really excited to make soon. That is very geeky, and it is a Legend of Zelda Afghan. I've already got one Legend of Zelda Afghan, but that's not stopping me. I enjoy making Afghans for some reason. They're big, and I tend to stop working on them in the middle and then come back later, but they're fun. I've only finished the one, and that's the Zelda Afghan. But I am very close to finishing a Ron Weasley Afghan based on the one he has on his bed in Order of the Phoenix. And I'm excited to get that one done. It's lots of colors, and it's using up a lot of my extra yarn that's just lying around, so that's fun. And yeah, and then I'll get to work on the Zelda Afghan. I really should go back to working on my Avatar Afghan. It's the Four Nations. It's really neat. There's a pattern online. I'll try and link to it in the description. So if you crochet, that'll be nice. You can use it too. But yeah, I'm probably not going to get back on that because I don't have the yarn for it right now, so. But yeah, I've still got some time, and I didn't actually talk for the whole time, so I'll go ahead and explain my view on spoilers now. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh goodness, spoilers, they ruin everything, and then there's the people who like seek out every spoiler ahead of time, which I think is kind of stupid. And I'm more of the in-between type of person. I'm not gonna lie, I do occasionally seek out spoilers. And that's usually a situation of something like, I see, for example, before I saw Tangled, I saw a picture of Rapunzel with the short hair, and was really curious about that, so I googled it to find out why that happened, and then found out about the ending of the movie, and that was kind of sad. I still cried when I saw the movie. And then, I don't know, things like that, I'll look up spoilers for, or if I'm like, just kind of really curious the way something's going to turn out, like the Inheritance series, I was very curious what was going to end up between Aragorn and Arya at the end, so I did Google that before I got a hold of Inheritance. And was in between disappointed and happy, I don't know. But so stuff like that, I'll look it up, and if I look it up, I'm not going to get mad if I see something that's more than what I wanted to find out, because I was looking it up, I take responsibility for that. And then, of course, I have a lot of friends and a lot of internet friends who are fans of series that I know I should enjoy sometime and just haven't got into yet. So a lot of times I get things spoiled for me that way, not on purpose or anything, but like with Doctor Who, I've had Doctor Who fan friends for ages, and I just started watching the series a month ago, but before I started watching, I knew that David Tennant was supposedly the best, which I kind of agree. I knew about the Daleks, I knew about the Week Being Angels, I knew the TARDIS was bigger on the inside, just all kinds of stuff like that I already knew about. When I was looking stuff up for that show, I found out some other stuff too, but that was just me trying to figure out where I was supposed to start, and then like trying to get context of where I would be starting, so I was okay with that. What I don't like is when someone tells me a spoiler when I'm choosing not to look for spoilers. And I have friends that have done that, and it just bothers me. I'm like, if I'm looking for the spoiler, that's okay, but if you're accidentally spoiling something, that's when I'm not super happy about it. But like, yeah, I don't know. Being on the internet, I'm on DeviantArt, I'm on Tumblr, and it's impossible to avoid spoilers for things. I've already seen pictures from today's Korra episode on Tumblr, trying to not look at those too closely so I don't figure things out, but can't guarantee nothing will happen. But yeah, I have friends that like get very upset with me because I'm more relaxed about spoilers. And they're like, I wish you would have gotten into it without knowing all this stuff. And I'm like, it doesn't make a difference to me. I have this already in my mind, and that way I can go deep and analyze even more. I'm an over-analytical person, and that's just how I am. I like to look at things and be like, oh, this is why this character did that. They were feeling this way, and so that's typically what I'm doing when I'm watching these, or reading, or whatever. And so when I know the spoilers, that's okay, because it gives me more thinking room to figure that kind of stuff out. And that's what I enjoy, so I'm like, it's fine if you don't want things spoiled for you. I won't spoil them for you, and I won't judge you for that. But don't tell me I can't have things spoiled for me, because it's gonna happen anyway. I'm kind of that way about people who say they'd rather reread their first book without having knowledge of what was, or their favorite book, I mean, you know when people are like, I wish I could go back and read, for example, Harry Potter again without knowing what was going to happen. Because then it'd be exciting and like the first time, and I'm like, and they're like, it's like meeting a new friend again, and I'm like, no, why would you want to do that? I like to stick with my old friends and learn more about them every time I read through the book or whatever, you know? And so that's just kind of how I am, and I've gone over time, so I'm gonna shut up now, and hopefully I'll see you next week. I'll be working out at the camp that I'm working at this summer next week, so hopefully I'll make it home. I can't guarantee that, though, so I will see you then. Bye!